Good morning, everyone. Jai Shri Krishna. Today I will start chapter 4 of Bhagwad Gita, which is Gyan Karma Sanyas Yoga, which means yoga of knowledge and disciplines of actions. I will briefly explain about this yoga and recite verses 1 to 14, explaining its meaning. In this chapter, Sri Krishna strengthens Arjun's faith in the knowledge he is imparting to him by revealing its pristine origin. He explains how this is an eternal science that he taught in the beginning to the sun god, and it was passed on in a continuous tradition to saintly kings. He is now revealing the same supreme science of yoga to Arjuna, who is a dear friend and a devotee. Arjuna asks how Sri Krishna, who exists in the present, could have taught this science eons ago to the sun god. In response, Sri Krishna discloses the divine mystery of his descension. He explains that though God is unborn and eternal, yet by his Yogamaya power he descends on earth to establish Dharma, the path of righteousness. However, his birth and activities are both divine and never tainted by material imperfections. Those who know this secret engage in his devotion with great faith, and on attaining him do not take birth in this world again. The chapter then explains the nature of work and discusses three principles: action, inaction, and forbidden action. It discloses how karma yogis are in the state of inaction even while performing the most engaging works, and thus they are not entangled in karmic reactions. With this wisdom, the ancient sages performed their works without being affected by success and failure, happiness and distress, merely as an act of sacrifice for the pleasures of God. Sri Krishna, as Arjun's guru, asked him to pick up the sword of knowledge and cutting asunder the doubts that have arisen in his heart, stand up and perform his duty. Verses 1 to 14. Sri Bhagwana Uvacha. Imam vivasvate yogam proktadana hamavyam vivasvanmave praha manuriksha kave pravid. Evam parampara praptamimam rajardayo viduhu sakante neha mahata yoga nashta parantapa. स एवादं मध्यादेः योगः प्रोक्तः पुरातनः भक्तोऽसि मे सखा चेति रहस्यहेतुत्तमम्. अर्जुन उवाच अधरं भवतो जन्म घरे जन्म विवस्वतः कदि मे तद्विज्जानीयां त्वमादौ दोक्तवानिति. श्री भगवान उवाच बहूनि मे व्यतीतानि जन्मानि तव चार्जुन तानव्यः वेद सर्वाणि न तं व्यथ परन्तप. अजोऽपि सन्नव्यदात्मा भूतानि अरोऽपि सन् प्रकृति स्वां दाद्य सम्भवाद्याम आवद्य. यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्मसंस्थापनार्थाय सम्भवामि युगे युगे. जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्ये में यो वेचि तत्त्वतः त्यक्ता देह पुनर्जन्म नेति मामिति सोऽर्जुन. चितरागमदक्रोधा ममन्या मामुपाश्रिताः बहवो ज्ञानतपसा भूता भक्ता मा गताः. ये यदा मा प्रपद्यते वास्तदेव भजाम्यहं मम वर्मानुर्वर्वते मनुष्याः पार्य सर्वसः। कानक्षरतः कर्मणा सिद्धि भजन्त इह देवताः क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा। चतुर्वर्ण्य मया सृष्टं गुणकर्म विभागशः तस्य कर्तारमपि मां विद्यकर्तारमव्ययम्। न मां कर्माणि तिप्यन्ति न मे कर्मफले स्पृहा इति मां योऽभिजानीति कर्ममीनं स व्यर्थते. Which means the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna said, I taught this eternal science of yoga to the sun god Vivaswan, who passed it on to Manu, and Manu in turn instructed it to Ishkavaku. O subduer of enemies, the saintly kings thus received this science of yoga in the continuous tradition, but with the long passage of time it was lost to the world. The same ancient knowledge of yoga, which is the supreme secret, I am today revealing unto you, because you are my friends as well as my devotee, who can understand this transcendental wisdom. Arjuna said, you were born much after Vivasvana. How am I to understand that in the beginning you instructed this science to him? The Supreme Lord said, both you and I have had many births, O Arjuna. You have forgotten them, while I remember them all, O Parantama. Although I am unborn, the Lord of all living entities, and have an imperishable nature, yet I appear in this world by virtue of Yogamaya, my divine power. Whenever there is a decline in righteousness and an increase in unrighteousness, O Arjuna, at that time I manifest myself on earth. To protect the righteous, to annihilate the wicked, and to re-establish the principles of Dharma, I appear on this earth age after age. Those who understand the divine nature of my birth and activities, O Arjuna, upon leaving the body, do not have to take birth again, but come to my eternal abode. Being freed from attachment, fear, and anger, becoming fully absorbed in me, and taking refuge in me, many persons in the past became purified by knowledge of me, and thus they attained my divine love. In whatever way people surrender unto me, I reciprocate with them accordingly. Everyone follows my path, knowingly or unknowingly, O son of Pritha. In this world, those desiring success in material activities worship the celestial gods, since material rewards manifest quickly. The four categories of occupations were created by me according to people's qualities and activities. Although I am the creator of the system, know me to be the non-doer and eternal. Activities do not taint me, nor do I desire the fruit of action. One who knows me in this way is never bound by the karmic reaction of work. इति श्रीमद् भगवद गीता ज्ञान कर्म संन्यास योगे 8 श्लोकं संपूर्णम्. Namaste.